Hi everyone, Tammy here. I still have a little bit of a cold, so if I sound a little different, that's why. I am going to be making this Slimline card. This is from Stamps of Life. I'm not exactly sure of the name of it, but it's kind of just the basic one where it's just a square. And I cut out the base of it out of that blue, and then I cut the layering die out of the yellow. And I had some hillsides that you've seen me cut before, and I cut them out of that. And these stamps I colored in off camera. It is a lot of coloring, and I don't think it would have been very fun to watch. So but these are from Dare to Be Artsy. They're a store out of Kansas City, and they have a lot of really cute stuff. A lot of it's kind of detailed, but it was fun to color. And then that's a Stamps of Life stamp set, and I'm going to use the stamp that says Live a Colorful Life. I thought that these houses went really good with that. My daughter needed a card because her coworker is moving, and so I thought this would be really cute. So I'm just inking up these hills, and I'm going to end up putting them onto this yellow cardstock. These are going to be like little hills that the house is sitting on. And the inking, I think, just adds so much to these. If you ever do hills or anything, try inking if you don't already. It really adds a lot, in my opinion. So I'm putting these on, and I'm just gluing down each hill. I'm kind of putting them on there to like see where I want to space them at. I didn't want them going exactly the same. And so I think that looks good, and then I just turn it over and cut off the other side. But I thought the yellow would be enough of a background that it would look fine. But in my opinion, it was still just a little too flat, even with the inking of the hills and everything. It just looked a little plain. So I decided to just cut a cloud border and go ahead and do some clouds with antique, no, this is scattered straw, sorry. And with scattered straw across there. And I'm really, really glad I did. I think it adds just the perfect touch to the back. And I'm really kind of just focusing more on the edges and not really doing the entire thing because the house is pretty big, especially the top one. The top one's a coffee house. The bottom one is just a regular house. And I'm putting this tape on there and because I really did not want to get that yellow onto that green. And so I'm just, like I said, focusing a little more on those edges and stuff. The house will cover up most of it. So I'm just going down and moving it around from side to side and different spots to make sure that it's not just the same all the way down. So when I get done with this, it really looks so much better. I really like it. Then we're just going to get the houses situated on there, and then I'm going to work on the sentiment. And like I said, this is Stamps of Life, and I'm using this one that says Live a Colorful Life. And at first I wanted to try and use the color from the card base. I thought it'd be nice to bring that color in. But and then I was like, thought, well, I didn't think it would look good up against that green. So I wanted to put a white background to it. But then I changed my mind. I thought that's going to be kind of thick, and I don't know, it didn't seem like it would look that great. So I decided to find a color of ink that's the same as my card base, and that's what you see me doing there. And Salvage Patina was pretty much exactly the same. And so I inked it up and decided to test it on a piece of paper, and I had my secret weapon upside down. And I'm learning to wipe off my stamp so I don't get ink everywhere. And I inked it, and it was definitely not dark enough. I didn't love that. So I got out my Misty and got a new piece of paper and put that on there. And with the Misty, it's great because you can stamp over and over in the same spot. And sometimes you just really need to do it more than once to darken it up. So I'm placing my stamp where it needs to go, and inking that up, and I'll ink that up several times. And just so you know, on my Misty, I have a sticky mat on it, and I highly recommend. It is so good. I always had trouble with my paper coming up with when I used just magnets. So you may want to look into that. They have one that's made for the Misty. It's really, really good. So now I have this, and I'm going to cut this out of a scalloped circle, and I think that's just the perfect touch for that. I really like it, and I really love the blue ink. It kind of brings in that card base. So here I decided I didn't love the green at the bottom being up from the border. It was kind of a, I don't know, that was supposed to be the sky color was yellow, so it just didn't look good to be under that. The top one was fine because it kind of looks like hills or something. But so anyway, I cut out another piece and just am lining that up. And I'm just going over the other one because there's no way I was getting that off. But it looks really good. And I think it looks a lot better. Sometimes you just don't know until you kind of get it all put together. But usually there's always a way to fix it. So I was really happy that I did that. So here it is, and I get to just start putting things together now, seeing how these things look, and I'm just lining things up and seeing where I can put my sentiment. I think about putting it on the other side because I just wasn't sure, but I end up putting it over here, and I think it looks great. Now you could pop this up on foam, and you could do a bunch of different things with this, but I ended up just doing it flat. I still feel like there's a lot going on with all the colors and all the hills and textures and things like that, so I just didn't think it needed foam. So I'm just getting all of these down. Like I said, I kind of played around with putting it over on the other side, but it just seemed natural to put it on this side, especially with the chimney and stuff. So I got it onto the card base, and I'm just kind of burnishing it down. And because this is a colored card base, I decide to cut out with the layering die, a piece of white, and I'm going to put that on there. That way you can write. I always like to do that if I use a colored card base. I don't do it very often using colored card bases, but when I do, I like to do this. And I noticed in the stamp set, it had a little tree, and I just thought that would look super cute going on the inside there at the bottom, because that is, since it's a slimline, it's kind of, just really long and blank. So I just stamped this at the bottom, and I think it's just perfect. I really like that little touch. I'm so bad about not decorating inside, so I'm always happy when I do think to do it. And now I'm just doing my personalized stamp, and this says, you're not going to be able to read it very well, but it says "One of a Kind" by Tammy. And I really like that. Stamps Alive sells personalized stamps, and so I really like that. And that's it for this card. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I try to have at least 2 to 3 cards out each week. And I'm so happy that you're here to watch this. I love making these cards. Also, I was thinking about doing a craft room tour. I've seen people do those. If you're interested in that, could you please leave a comment and let me know? Otherwise, I'll see you next time.